You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beers talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fab Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Heroes are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 459 of the Better Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Gunn, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I mean, we go from this high of highs yesterday all the way down to the very bottom with dealing with all the logistics of getting our tickets for this godforsaken game that we have to play, which is the MLS Cup against Vancouver.
Right. And it sucks. It sucks because I was riding a really high up until this morning when I received that email. Yeah.
And it's not
I was
fun.
looking forward to this show a lot more before that happened.
Yes. Yeah, and it's not fun because now we're looking at a bunch of like stupid stuff instead of celebrating what's happening. And like as an invested person, you know, with this team and this franchise, like now it's like,
well, I don't know.
Good luck.
I don't know if your intention is to come on here and just complain about that. I didn't have any. I wasn't going to touch on that too much today, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I mean we could save it.
No,
but
it's just
definitely
what else are we
a hot
say?
topic.
But what are we going to say?
I mean, what can we? There's a lot to say. Like, I mean, did you not see the picture that you yourself passed over?
Yeah,
with Vancouver?
Vancouver fans were offered to opt into the final if they hosted NYCFC. So they were given the opportunity to go ahead and have their seats already if they would have hosted. If NYCFC would have beat us, right now the Vancouver season ticket holders would be set for next week. Nothing, they wouldn't have to do anything. So and the LA Galaxy fans apparently last year were also given that benefit. So to everybody that came out and it's like, oh, but that's the MLS. Inter Miami has nothing to do about it. Maybe, but I need some clarification from somebody that's a higher up because I'm hearing two sides of the story here. I'm hearing some fan bases that are saying, hey, guess what? Our team took care of us. So I don't know. Yeah.
And we actually have a recency example. So we're not just spitting crap here. Shout out to Cool Will with a $4.99 super slam says, Hola, Batter Heron, sending greetings from Sacramento, California, Sacktown. Messi versus Mueller will be interesting this Saturday.
What was the name of the Sacramento Kings arena like a while ago? Because I thought it had the most interesting names because it was like the loudest arena, but it was called like the Sleep something. Like it was an interesting name. No, just random.
I'll look that up.
All right. So we could talk about that if you want. I didn't get to enjoy the post game festivities here on the show. I got to see that you did. And I figured that we could kind of touch on the game, or I could touch on the game, since there you go. Shout out Sleep Train Arena.
Yeah,
that was
such
an
Arena,
interesting name because it's such a live. Like even now, the team sucks and they still are rowdy in that arena, and such an interesting name for such a rowdy arena. And shout out to Dr. T. So yesterday, I know you gave your post game, your thoughts.
Yes.
I won't go too deep into it. I thought that it played out a lot like the Cincinnati game. The first 15, 20 minutes of the Cincinnati game, I remember it was back and forth. Cincinnati was pressing us high. It's going to be a good game. And then Messi just went into their chest and ripped out their souls with that first goal. And Cincinnati just lost all morale. Yeah. And then I felt like it was similar, maybe not to the same extent, but it was very similar against NYCFC because the first 15 minutes, NYC was on it. They were possessing. They looked like they might be dangerous. And then we get that first goal by Allende, and all of a sudden, things open up for us the rest of the game. And then Manny, shout out to Manny, my cousin that was on with us last week. He said, look out for two things: set pieces, and they're gonna try to get physical and try to get in your head, try to get you out of your game. And they did that in like the 20th minute. And it was like a minute and a half of them just pushing and shoving each other. And then they give Cello a yellow card for that. And I remember on the loudspeaker, they started announcing Cello Egon got the yellow card, and my daughter's in the process of like, who got the yellow card? And before the guy can finish speaking over the loudspeaker, we score a goal. So like immediately after that little scrum where NYCFC is trying to get in their heads, they score up 2-0 and basically put to bed after that. Now, like Manny said, look out for the set pieces. They score on a free kick. Justin Hack. But by halftime, I wasn't worried. I felt pretty confident. I felt like Miami was in control. And there was only like one moment, I guess, in the second half where they looked dangerous. Rocco cleaned that up. And then after that, we scored a couple seconds later. And it was a wrap after that.
Shout out to another Super Slam out from Sacktown, Base Boys with a $4.99. Says, I'm also watching from Sacramento, California. Let's go, Miami and W Batter Herons, the chat.
You know, I don't know if you saw the Sacramento fan from Brooklyn. He's originally from Brooklyn. He's in Sacramento now. He's a super fan, apparently, of the Sacramento Kings. And he started going back and forth with Zach LaVine.
No, I didn't see that. No.
Oh, yeah. He was like yelling at him, and then he like posted a video about like how great the fans are there. And he started like just going in on Zach LaVine. And I was like, you know what? I'm usually like, whatever, like, the athletes try their best. But I mean, I felt like he made some good points. Whatever. Shout out to Sacramento, all you guys from Sacktown. Don't want to get into the NBA and Sacktown too much, I guess. But very cool to see people from Sacktown in here. So
you weren't worried at halftime then?
No, I wasn't worried. Now, I will say that when he had that opportunity to score that goal where Rocco saved it, that was kind of crazy because that was a great save. That might have been the play of the game because the game could have turned on its head if they managed to convert there. Yes. Before that, though, there were a couple of moments, and I know I'm going kind of fast, but I don't want to give a full recap episode like yesterday. There were a couple of moments yesterday where I was worried about Rocco because before NYCFC scored, I want to say like 60 to 90 seconds before that, Rodrigo De Paul was just bitching at him. He was letting him have it about not attacking the ball. Yeah. Like he was like going at him, and Rocco was like, I don't know what he was saying, but he was like pointing here and there, but Rodrigo De Paul was letting him have it. And then 60 to 90 seconds later, NYCFC scores. And I remember I thought to myself, oh man, I hope Rocco is like mentally strong because if Rodrigo De Paul is bitching me out,
can crush him.
I'm not having a good game. And they just scored. I was like, man, I really hope that this doesn't get in his head and he gets in his own way. But and shout out to Mr. Duke from Chicago. So I was really worried that they might get in their own head. Yeah, he might get in his own head. But to his credit, it stopped there. And then in the second half, he made that huge stop. They go down the pitch, and then Messi finds Silvetti. But I saw a few people in the chat yesterday while you were doing the show say, oh, Messi didn't do too much yesterday. Messi, with his presence alone,
he was shocked.
Does everything.
He was shocked.
He does everything. And I remember I took the screenshot of this right here. This was the goal right here. As you get, all 5 defenders are on Messi, and this is a still shot. The 2 defenders that are closest to Silvetti, they keep closing in on Messi. Like Silvetti just gets more open as this play goes on. He becomes open and gets an easy score. But Messi, with just his mere presence, does so much. He's the man of the match just by being on the pitch because he draws so much attention everywhere he goes. So that goal, and then the most beautiful goal of the 4, Segovia on the transition, he holds up just a little bit because I saw he slowed down. He waited for Jordi Alba to make the run, but I thought that he waited a little too long. I wasn't sure if he was going to connect with Jordi Alba, but the timing was so impeccable that as the ball got to Alba, Alba was able to first touch back heel, and Segovia, easy goal. And then the 5th goal to Tadeo Allende, chipping the keeper. Shout out to Tadeo Allende. The way he chipped the keeper, that goal, that opportunity he had was prototypical throughout the season. He had so many one-on-one opportunities like that, and he would go wide. He would go over the post. So many opportunities just like that one that he blew. And this one, beautiful over the best goalie in the league, probably Matt Freese. Allende hat trick. Shout out to Allende. He finally showed up when we needed him in the most crucial moments of the match. 5 goals, 5-1, an ass kicking, and we've been on a roll over the last month and a half. So all good things. And for everybody that says that it's because Luis Suarez got benched, this roll started before Luis Suarez got benched. Yes. So they've just been playing very well. They had that one hiccup in Nashville, but they've just been playing very well, period.
I mean, Segovia even got in on the game. Like, he got a score on the game. Like, I thought he contributed awesome with the amount of minutes that he was given. I mean, look, there's nothing negative to look at really from yesterday's game. I thought yesterday was a fantastic game.
And I knew I was going to see
I mean, this isn't wrong, you noobster.
But I'm sure you watched him blow a bunch of opportunities also. Was I supposed to praise him for missing those opportunities? He had a horrible 3/4 of the regular season. Like, he did not have a good year. But what we do is we come on here and we talk about what we've seen. What we've seen over the last month, he's been playing great. But what take the L for what? He played like crap all year, but he's playing well now.
I mean, I don't know if maybe people just want to take credit for saying Allende is good all season. Like, at some point, you didn't fit the bill. Base Boys with a $4.99 Super Slam says, "What do you guys think with the new? What is the new lineup in the last 3 games? Plus 13 goals and 1 against only in the final. Who should even be a super sub?" That's a good question.
I will tell you that I think. I'm sorry to cut you off, Chris. I will tell you that the 13 goals are very impressive, but I think what's even more impressive is just the 1 goal conceded. But this is a lot to do with the fact that we're defending with 10 now. Whereas when Luis Suarez was playing, and for those of you that are saying Luis Suarez, look, defensively, I think that has helped a lot. Because with Silvetti in there and Baltasar Rodriguez, we're defending with 10. And when Luis Suarez was out there, sometimes we would be defending with 9. Not just because of Luis Suarez, but Jordi Alba was constantly pushing up very, very high. But now that Silvetti and Baltasar Rodriguez are there and they both get back and forward so often, that Jordi Alba is picking his spots and not pushing up as high as he was once. And I think that has helped a lot with our defense. And that's why we've only conceded 1 goal in the last few games. And I think that that's been the biggest change for this team, is defensively.
Well, I think not only are you getting the contribution from so many players, but I think the key thing here is it's the cohesiveness of the same starting 11. And they kind of all know, like, you got Baltasar, you got Silvetti, you got Allende. They're running and gunning up there on defense. And listen, there's a lot of truth when people say defense starts up at the top. And if you have Messi and Suarez that aren't going after it, like how Matteo Silvetti and Allende and Baltasar are, I mean, you saw Rodrigo de Paul shoot up sometimes. So those are huge contributions that make a difference and turn the ball over in the midfield.
You know what I was thinking about? Oh my God. Oh yeah. I just remembered. When I just said the last 2 games, the opposition played for 15 minutes kind of strong. Miami kind of just weathered the storm, and then they scored their first goal, and kind of things just changed. It reminded me of last season. You remember Julian Gressel? That comment he made, or was it this season? That he made, like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Just hold on for the first." I think we said like 30 or 40 minutes. Like, hold on for the 30 minutes, and then you'll be fine.
I think it was like 50, 60, but whatever.
Whatever. He said, "Hold on for the first whatever minutes, and then you'll be fine." I feel like it's kind of.
You think he'll ever come on with us?
No, he already said no. He said initially that he would. But what would you want him on for anyway? What would you ask him?
I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to have him. Like, I think it'd be cool to have a little Julian Gressel on here. We can give him some love. Like, he was phenomenal last season. 9 games without Messi.
He's the reason we got the supporter shield, because we thought that once Messi and Suarez left for the summer, that there was no chance we'd get it, and Julian Gressel carried us that summer. There's no supporter shield if Julian Gressel doesn't carry us during the summer.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Miami King saying Gressel. Saying Gressel is not a good player at all. James Gressel.
James Gressel. Yep, it was the summer of Gressel down here in Miami last year.
Yes.
All right, so we kicked their ass We kicked Cincinnati's ass. We kicked Nashville's ass. And now we are on to, and shout out to your son, Battered Hair on Son, Chris Son. We're like, what?
Yes.
We're a couple subs away from 4,000. So shout out to everybody that has subbed already. And if you haven't already, do so. Our goal was to hit 4K before the end of the season. So we're almost there. We're hosting. Now we're hosting against Vancouver. Did you want Vancouver? Because I know a lot of people are saying that they wanted San Diego just because they felt it would be a little easier.
Well, and shout out again to a base boys with the 999 Super Slam says, can we talk about Mueller's stats versus Messi? 7 wins for Mueller, 3 only for Messi. Also the goals. I want Miami to win, but this is a great topic for MLS Cup final, which for sure we're going to talk a lot about that.
You're going to hear so much about this throughout the week. Like so much.
Yes.
Now I know Thomas Mueller in the post-game interview he said that this is the final that he was hoping for. But he didn't say that.
Like, I know you guys want like a spicy soundbite and all this stuff, but I love Messi and he's the best and blah, blah, blah.
He's like, this is what I was hoping for, though. Yeah, but he's not going to say anything outlandish. He's not stupid. But I will tell you, they played 10 times.
Facts.
Ali Ahmed worries me more than Thomas Mueller. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was cooking last night. I think it's overblown. They played 10 times. Mueller 7, Messi's won 3, but I think it's a little overblown. It's 11 on 11, right? Messi's not defending Mueller. Like I think it's a little overblown the head-to-head when it comes to soccer. Like what are you gonna do? Like it's different.
So
Bayern had some really good teams. I don't know.
I'll answer the question that you asked me. I think for the easier run, I think San Diego would have been best. And it would have been cool because it would have been the first matchup against San Diego ever for Inter Miami. I don't know if CJ Dos Santos would have been back, so that would have been bad for San Diego for sure. But not only that, and their goalkeeper got a red card yesterday like an idiot. But aside from that, I think Vancouver is the best matchup. Like MLS, if you guys want to write the script and like pitch this game, this is the best way to do it. Mueller versus Messi, history. Like, imagine how that video package is going to be, Danny. That is wrestling promotion at its finest. No?
That promo, yeah, if they do it right, they could, yes, for sure make a great 2-minute promo video for sure.
If they promo it right, they might get some international fans who don't follow MLS and be like, I kind of want to take a peek at this game a little bit. And that's what MLS is trying to do, no?
Yeah, no. And Boss Daddy's saying they lost to FC Dallas like a month ago. I ain't scared. I believe that game they rested everybody because they had already qualified. So yeah. I wouldn't overthink that too much. Jason Luna, over 150 people watching, only 20 likes.
Jason Luna's another truth talker out here. Jason Luna is another 124 person that's going to be taking an L this Saturday with us.
You know what was disappointing? I sat in my seats yesterday, and I remember I sat there for a second just staring, right, as they're celebrating the win. And I thought to myself, I got my season tickets in 2019. I was there in March of 2020 for the first open training a couple days before the first official game of the season. That ended up getting canceled because of COVID. And I remember sitting there and I was like, wow, like I was there like from the start. It's going to be really cool being there next week for the finale, right? The final game. Hopefully they lift the cup. Full circle moment. And I thought that was really cool. And I told my daughter, I was like, this is going to be the last time we sit in these seats next week, whatever. I wish I would have known that yesterday was the last time I was going to sit in that seat. Like I had no idea. Like I would have taken a nice picture with it. Like I had no idea that this was coming because I was really happy about getting my seat, my view for the last time, and this got ripped right out of me. So, whatever, just a random thought that just
my last time was last week,
and you didn't know.
And my last time was last week, and I didn't know. So, like it would have been this past week if I would have gone, but my last time was last week, and now I'm probably not going to be able to sit in my seats. I'm probably going to be sitting with some rando bandos, like in the Lego section.
Yeah. All right, so it's a CCC rematch. For those that don't know, we played the Champions Cup, made it to the semifinal, and we got our ass kicked by Vancouver. I forgot what the final aggregate score was, but they kicked our ass. It was pretty bad, honestly. It was pretty bad. And we get them again. Now, this isn't the same team. They lost Pedro Vite, although they did gain a Thomas Muller. Since then, we've gained a Silvetti. We've gained a Baltasar Rodriguez. We've gained a Rodrigo De Paul. We've gained a Rocco Blanco in goal. We are not the same team. I don't know if Ian Frey even started in that series, so I think we might have gained an Ian Frey. This is a whole new Miami team. So I wouldn't go based off of history, just because I think that this team is completely different from the one that Vancouver saw earlier this season.
Well, just to go over it, right? The two games in the CCC, I believe, on the 24th and the 30th. The 24th, Vancouver beat us 2-0. And then the 30th, Vancouver beat us 3-1. So 5-1 in total.
I saw it. Here we go. If you are lucky enough to get tickets tomorrow. You know what? Man, I don't want to keep going to this. I didn't want to talk about it, but I will tell you one thing that annoyed me. One thing that annoyed me about tomorrow is that apparently there's a 10 o'clock window and a 1 o'clock window.
A 1 o'clock window.
The first dibs, usually, like it was for Miami Freedom Park, was for the people that have been around the longest. Right? Miami Freedom Park, they say, hey, you 2019, you get first dibs. Tomorrow, I've been here the longest, and I'm one of the first 100. I know because 3 seasons ago, they gave us like a little number of when we got our season tickets, and I was within the first 100. So I was the first 100 in franchise history to have season tickets. And does that grant me 10 a.m. access to get my tickets? No. That goes to the people that pay the most. So they don't care how long you've been faithful to this club or how long you've been following this club. So I've been here since 2019 before a vast majority of everybody, only less than 100 people before me. But I don't get first dibs because it goes to the people that are paying more. So,
and not only that,
I get it. Money talks, but come on. Come on.
Well, the East and West sections are going to get the first dibs at the season, at the tickets. People like us in the South stands, we're not getting first dibs, right? We're not this prestigious season ticket holder. So we got it just went away. Cool Will 20 with a 499 Super Slam says, don't forget the 2014 World Cup final match between Messi with Argentina and Mueller with Germany too. I believe that is
shout out to you,
that's
cool
when
Will. Yeah, but if it was Mario Götze that scored the game-winning goal, maybe.
Yes.
But like Thomas Mueller, what did he even do that game? Like, I'm not saying that he played a bad game. I don't remember, honestly. That game was 12 years ago.
You're about to get all of Germany after you, Danny.
But that game was 12 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. But like the whole Thomas Mueller Messi thing, I think is going to be overblown. And I know why people do it, right? There's the two biggest names, but I think that it's going to be a little overblown. I'm gonna check that out right now, though.
Now, I just want to mention, because Danny, it's going to be very hard for us to talk about hosting a final and the final without mentioning this ticket stuff. It just really is. And Gus is mentioning it. Now the priority is about who opted in. Yeah, because if you didn't opt in and you opted out, then you got to go back in the back of the line. But Danny and I opted in. So like we should be allowed to be able to get our tickets, or at the most be on the front line at 10 in the morning. And you would hope that as a season ticket holder, you would go and just pick your seats. You would hope that, right? But that's not ideally what's going to end up happening. Like if a guy's, if a guy's got 8 rows behind us, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to move up closer if they have the opportunity to do so for an MLS Cup. So it's a sucky thing to be able to talk about. It really is, and it's unfortunate.
Like I said, I didn't want to touch on that too much. But I know it's going to keep randomly coming up.
I mean, I don't know when you want to talk about it, because we could do a whole show about that.
Well, we'll talk about it more on the MLS show. We're gonna be coming on the Battered MLS show
Like
after this. We get done with this.
I'm I'm telling you right now. I mean, this is the Inter Miami show, and it's being hosted at Chase Stadium, aka Dry Pink. Tomorrow at 8 in the morning, I'm calling MLS offices. I am calling them. You don't.
Oh, I don't doubt
I've
you.
already done my research. I got phone numbers. I'm ready. I'm calling MLS offices. I'm going to find out who I need to talk to so that way they can be able to talk to someone and be like, Chris and Danny need their tickets. And that's it.
I sent out an email today.
Oh, look at you, buddy. Who'd you send the email to? MLS Communications at mlscommunications.org.
Well, you know what? And I sent out that email before I found out that Vancouver was offered it and before the LA Galaxy actually got it last year. But whatever. So the starting 11. I don't even know if this is a topic worth talking about because I think we know what the starting 11 is going to be. The only question is, are they going to start Chelo Wegan or are they going to start Ian Frey?
It's funny because Ian Frey came in and he didn't look like he was injured or anything, at least not to me. You probably got a better view of him in terms of like, obviously he's not always on the
He came
camera.
in the second half. He was on the other side. I didn't really get a good view.
Yeah. I think if he's good to go, like bring him in, get Chelo out. Like it's not like Chelo made a significant difference with his time. But then again, we scored 4 goals with Chelo in the game.
I think that is the only
and 5 goals after that.
I think that's the only thing that that's up for debate is possibly Chelo or Ian Frey. But outside of that, I think the starting 11 is pretty much set. Jordi Alba played himself one hell of a game, the way he's getting up and down that pitch.
Yes. But the thing is, Danny, we got Ali Ahmed that's a killer. So, like, not playing Frey might be a little dangerous of a move. Like, maybe Javier Mascherano's like, well, you know, Chelo's been playing pretty decently. Let's keep him on the pitch. You know, same thing like he did with Silvetti and Rocco. They're playing good. Let's ride the tide. But at the same time, it's like, well, Chelo is not really a guy you kind of want to ride the tide with.
You know what's interesting with Rocco is that he's got a bunch of clean sheets and he's had some big saves. But I don't think he's been tested a lot. Like, our defense has been doing well since the playoffs started.
Spectacular block last game.
That's what I just said.
That's Rocco Blocco.
That's what I just said.
You're like, oh, he hasn't been tested. Oh, he had a great block, but he hasn't been tested. Like,
you know, if
NYCFC would have scored that, it would have tied the game, Danny. It would have been 2-2. It would have been a different game completely. That's tested.
Okay.
Battle tested.
Okay. You know, he's faced less than 20 shots all playoffs long so far. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. He's blocking the ones that are coming to him. He's doing his job.
Okay. Well, I just thought it was interesting. Credit to the defense because usually the players that are highest up in saves are ones that play on bad defenses. Like Drake, was it 2 years ago? I remember he was leading the league in like saves, and it was because he was facing so many of them. So good stuff. Probably.
Shout out to Dennis. We haven't seen Dennis in a while. Shout out to you. But I don't like that you want me to chill with the glazing. It's Rocco Blocco season.
Yeah. All right. So the 11 will probably stay the same. Only question is Chelo or Ian Frey. For the latter part of the season, if Ian Frey's healthy, Ian Frey starts. I don't know if that's the way he's going to keep going, but that's what I would assume. And I guess let's talk about the last topic of the day, playoff Allende. Now, here in Miami, we've gotten to know playoff Jimmy, right? Like Jimmy Butler, when he was on the Heat, he would like sleep through the regular season. Like it was almost frustrating to watch because he just didn't give a crap. Yeah. But as soon as the playoffs started, it's like he flipped the switch and he became the best player in the NBA. Playoff Allende is better than playoff. Is better than what? Oh, I see what he's doing there.
Like
Allende. Yeah, Allende. Is better than playoff Jimmy. Allende is officially tied for the most goals in a playoff run in the history of the league with 8. which is crazy to me. Now, granted that it's more games than when Carlos Ruiz did it back in 2002 for the Galaxy, but still, that's a crazy stat because there's a lot of players that have played in the amount of games that Allende has recently done, and nobody scored that many. Messi has 6, I believe, right now. So, and then and my name is Jeff. I don't know what you're watching. If you think that Allende's been playing, no, don't do that for him. When he's makes comments like this, you're not allowed to say his name that way.
Okay, all right. My name is Jeff.
Yeah, my name is Jeff. When you say a silly comment like that, Allende's been good all season. What the hell have you been watching? Give him his flowers now. Absolutely, he's balling right now.
Yes, he deserves all of his flowers.
Absolutely,
all of them.
Behind Messi, he's had the best playoff run so far. He is balling. He has the most goals in MLS history during a playoff run. All the flowers. But that doesn't change what happened during the regular season. All of a sudden, everybody's like, apology letter, apology. You guys are wrong. Shut up. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about if you thought he had a good season.
Look, I'm looking at all of his games. Okay. Let me just take a look at his games from first to last. Okay. So here we have in the beginning of the season, and we're talking about regular season. Okay. In the regular season, he started off in February, at the end of February, started off with 2 goals. He scored in the second and third game against Houston and Charlotte. After that, he was out with a calf injury, didn't score for 6 games because he was out for 2. Then he scored 2 goals against the Earthquakes, had no goals the next game in Orlando, a goal against Philly, no goal against Montreal, a goal against Columbus and Montreal. Then after that, he had 10 games scoreless, playing a shit ton of minutes. And then in the last 7 games of the season, he scored 3 of the last 7 games, a total of 4 goals.
But my name is Jeff. You have to understand, if you score 20 goals in the season, my name is Jeff. If you score 20 goals in a season and 16 of them come in like 5 games, did you really have a great season? Yeah, statistically, you can say you did. But if you're actually watching the games, no, you probably didn't, because that means you had more bad games than good games. And again, I don't want to have this conversation right now because I think it sucks to be talking
we're
bad
on a
about
high with
Allende.
Allende. Let's not.
Right, we're on a high. So instead of just doing the whole like, oh my god, blah blah blah, he's doing great right now.
You guys
we
suck.
love what he's doing. Hopefully, he can keep it up. So,
yeah, no, they just want us to eat crow, and we're not going to eat crow, guys.
Oh wow! Ooh, look at this.
A club legend, Josue. Wow.
Unlike Taylor or Campana.
Campana.
Well, this is a topic worth having. If we win the cup this year, he becomes a club legend. If he scores a brace in the final, he's officially a club legend.
He would be because of the amount of goals he scored in this postseason,
and
on top of that, scoring a brace in the final.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if he scores 1 and breaks the record for most goals in a playoff run, he is automatically a club legend. Like 100% if he scores a goal in the final and we win.
My name is Jeff. Is saying Josue. He's cheering you on, Josue. And look, you got some traction with this, Josue. I'm not gonna lie. I think for sure a bigger legend than Campana, because Campana had a good stretch within the regular season. As far as like Taylor goes, Taylor's played.
Campana sucked.
But he had a good stretch at some point. He was that guy. Why you hate? I'm trying to give a little bit to Allende here.
Because Campana's Inter Miami legacy is so overrated. He had a solid month and a half.
No, it's not. And he's a poppy.
Yes.
And he's a poppy.
That for sure.
And Robert Taylor played a ton of games with the team.
No, yeah, Robert Taylor.
Truco saying Campabi is just cute. Campapi had a run, guys. Campapi had a run.
No, he didn't. Stop it.
Taylor had a run too. Leagues Cup run?
Yeah, that Leagues Cup run. Yeah. Well, look, I think Robert Taylor, with the amount of games he played for the team and where he ranks in like goals and assists, I think he's a top 5 in both categories, if I'm not mistaken. I think that he, for the time being, he's still he's still up there. But Allende with this playoff run, I think 100% he would be considered a club legend.
And shout out to my son saying Campana's amazing. You're just a hater, Danny. You're just a hater.
I'm sorry that your dad let you buy a Campana jersey. I know that. I tried to talk him out of it.
Campana was hot.
All right, so
playoff Allende. Fantastic.
You know, it's funny.
I mean, he gets
a
whole
think
bouquet.
of a nickname for him. I can't think of one. I've been trying to think throughout the day of a playoff of Allende.
Playoff Allende.
Doesn't sound right, but I've been trying to think of one. But we'll come up with something. Well, that's it. Can we talk about Bright's brilliant pass? You know what we could talk about? Not just Bright's brilliant pass, but I did have a moment of trepidation when Busquets was placed at center back. Now, I understood why he took out Noah Allen and Chelo Wegan. They were both on yellows. You can't risk getting a red. But he put in Bright. That's great. But you knew Busquets was going to be center back. That did worry me a little bit. But Bright did good. Bright does not start the final. I think you can see the same 11. What did you think of the subs? Because we now have when we have a lead late in the game, you take out Baltasar Rodriguez and you put in with a Segovia who can give you more hold-up play. He is great at connecting with Messi, Jordi Alba, and Luis Suarez if he's on the pitch. Like, you get something different. Baltasar and Allende, vertical threats, they stretch the field. All of a sudden, you're like, okay, it's time to kind of like just hang on to the lead, but still be dangerous. You put in a Segovia. You put in a Bright. Like, this team has enough in depth with Segovia, Bright, and Suarez coming in off the bench, that I understand that Vancouver is a good team, but I'm sorry, nobody right now is looking better than Miami and deeper than Miami.
Well, and I mentioned that yesterday. Like, the people that we have coming off the bench could potentially be effective starters on a lot of the MLS teams. And the people that came off the bench for Vancouver we basically have Luca De La Torre, Franco Negri. I mean, no, I'm sorry, wrong side. Jaden Nelson. You have Ryan Gold. He's effective. No, I made a mistake. Kenji Cabrera. So those are the players that I've seen that have had effect. But I'm telling you one thing, the people that scare me the most out of this team are for sure Berhalter. He scares the living daylights out of me. Ahmed scares the living daylights out of me. So there's a possibility that we're going to have a pretty tough game. Yeah, for sure. And Gold isn't 100%, but he's coming off the bench, and he's got minutes. Yeah.
Somebody said, Danny, do you think Mascherano deserves flowers? Yeah, and you know, I was about to say that I said it on the last episode, but I think I might have said it on the Drive Pink episode that we did, where we were talking about things that we're thankful for. So I guess I'll just reiterate what I said there.
Yes.
My thing with Mascherano was always any young coach, when they first start, can have their mistakes, have their growing pains. My gripe was having a coach or hiring a coach that's inexperienced with a win-now team. I didn't want somebody that's going to have growing pains when we're on a club that's supposed to get multiple trophies. At this point, multiple trophies aren't anything that we can get. We can get what? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me take that back, because apparently from what everybody on Twitter is saying, I'm wrong. We already got a trophy. We got the Eastern Conference trophy, because even though it's not a major trophy, it's still a trophy. So my apologies.
It matters.
So yes, it matters. So we do have one trophy. But that was my thing with Mascherano, is that I didn't want the growing pains. But as you can see, we are a full year in, and it looks like he is doing much, much better. And I am all on board with Mascherano staying, because I think that he has improved quite a bit. So,
well, that's a phenomenal. Yeah, and that's a phenomenal question that was asked on whether he should be staying or going. And look, my name is Jeff, is saying win or lose, I think Mascherano stays. I think that he's made bold enough decisions that he, at this point, I think the fan base is comfortable with him staying.
As do I. I think that I think that it is safe to say that the growing pains are over, and that and that he's
making
showed
big boy
that
decisions.
Right. And then real quick, Danny got proven wrong 4 times that you don't need NFL. I didn't say you need MLS experience to be successful in the MLS. I said you needed some type of coaching experience to coach this team that had expectations of many trophies. And guess what? We didn't win many trophies. We might win one. I don't care what you say about the Eastern Conference Trophy. That doesn't matter to me. And doesn't matter to most of us.
Yeah, no way.
So I was right on that aspect. Because of the growing pains, we didn't win the multiple trophies that this team was supposed to win. We might win one, which I'll be happy with. Give me that star above the crest that I'm happy. But we didn't win because of the growing pains, because at times he was hard-headed and he wasn't doing things that he should. We got our ass kicked by Seattle in the final. We got our ass kicked by Vancouver in the semifinal. So, and then shout out to Dennis, Eastern Conference Trophy. Yes, apparently the Eastern Conference Trophy is a trophy.
Let me just mention something here. I want to bring up a comment. Wasn't me too says, if Vancouver manages to win, in your opinion, is this season a failure? For all the flowers and stuff that we're giving Mascherano and saying he should stay, if we don't win, it's still a failure.
The season, yes.
But
I think Mascherano keeps his job now.
Yes.
I think he keeps his job now.
At the end of the day, it's still a failure.
Yeah, it's a failure. Yeah, absolutely. This season's a failure. If we go the whole season and we don't get any trophies, it's a failure.
And look, Sean is saying it here. He's still a failure. They didn't achieve any of the things they set out to do just because he delivers in one. Doesn't excuse the CCC, which that was a hand me. That was a hand me trophy. And Jake Carey saying we got a trophy even if we lose, we lose, we hardware.
They physically gave us a trophy. Yes, they physically gave us a trophy, but that trophy doesn't count for crap. Literally, you won the semifinal game. Where else in the world do you get a trophy for winning a semifinal game? It's a big tournament.
Yeah.
And that game was just one of the games along the path to the final. Yes, they technically got to hold the trophy. You saw Messi. He put it up with one hand. He gave it back. He's like, what is this shit? And he gave it back to you. The fact that everybody's like, oh, my God, 47 trophies now. Messi has 47 trophies. How exciting. And everybody's just dying for him to get to 50 trophies. And that's why everybody wants this. It's ridiculous. Nobody considers this a real trophy. He won a semifinal game. That is it. That's all it is. The NFL gives you an AFC championship. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the other leagues give you something for making it to the final as you made it to the final. Congratulations. But nobody's considering it an actual championship or a trophy. And then they're like, oh, but you don't understand. There's a difference between trophies and major trophies. What kind of stupid ass sport is this that we have to differentiate between major and trophy? It's it. If it's a trophy, it should be major. If it's not major, then it shouldn't be a trophy. That's it. Stop with all this nonsense. Everybody just wants to collect trophies. It's so silly.
Well, and I wanted to bring up this comment. Soccer Daddy is saying, Mascherano haters cry more. If you guys will not cry, what will I drink? Soccer Daddy, you have been insoportable recently, unsupportable. And Gus is saying here, Danny, you are making this about Messi. I'm proud Inter Miami fan with a new trophy. It's not the biggest, but it's a trophy.
You are the first Inter Miami fan that is happy about this trophy. I haven't seen anybody say, oh my God, we're Eastern Conference champions. We have a trophy. You're the first one I've seen, Gus. Before this season, Gus, Trukutu, everybody, when we were on this show and we counted on our hands, possible trophies to win. Not one person in the chat corrected us and said, hey, you're forgetting about the Eastern Conference trophy. Nobody in this chat at any point, and I know the ones that are saying it right now, nobody ever pointed out, oh, don't forget, we could also win the Eastern Conference trophy. Nobody said that. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, it counts as a trophy. No. You won the semifinal.
Well, Gus is saying we're wrong.
Yeah, well, technically, you know what? I don't care.
But you know, everybody's gassed because they saw Messi and the team grab a trophy that looks like a wine glass and throwing it in the air, and then you think Mueller is taking that trophy, the Western Conference Finals trophy, and he's like, oh, this is one of my better ones right here. Got to put this at the top of the cabinet. And I guess before we go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just gonna say that Chris and I, we grew up with American sports, so we think differently. So I can't blame people that grew up with football as their first sport, because if you go to the Argentinian league right now, I think there's like 1 billion trophies you can win throughout the season. If you go to La Liga, you can win like 5 trophies. The
Brazilian
if you go to the English, there's like millions of trophies. So everybody's like really excited to win like different trophies. But to me, I think it's silly. I think you should stop with it and just the MLS Cup, Champions Cup, and at this point, Leagues Cup and Open Cup if you're in it. That's it. There's 4 trophies that you can win. Anything else, I think it's silly. But if it's like that, then the Carolina Cup, where's it at? Because to me, that was the first trophy. That's the first one I celebrated.
Ever. Now, I want to finish this off with Jay Carey saying you have to celebrate your wins no matter how small. I'm totally fine with it. I get it. You want to celebrate a trophy. We won Eastern Conference. And to the most obvious comment of the night, Paul here says Messi is better than Noah Allen. Got it.
American sports literally gives the trophies for conference finals. Yes, we understand that. But when you go ahead and you ask, hey, how many championships has LeBron won? Nobody says he's won 4, but he has 10 Eastern Conference Finals trophies. Who the hell says that? Who? The Buffalo Bills? They made it to 4 Super Bowls in a row. They didn't win anybody, but guess what? They have 4 AFC championship trophies in their cabinet. Nobody says that. It makes absolutely no sense to Americans that grew up with American sports. Now, if you are from another place in the world, or you've been watching football from other places in all your life, and you just celebrate every single trophy, even if it's played in the first game of the season, which in a lot of places it is, the first game of the season is for a trophy, which is the most idiotic thing in the world, because you have people playing for a trophy that was technically, they earned their spot last season, but they're playing with a brand new team this season. Like you'll have a brand new player join like Barcelona next year. And then their first game as Barcelona, they're playing for a title. And then at the end, they played 1 game with Barcelona and they already have a trophy. And everybody's like, oh, wow, he already added another trophy to the Barcelona cabinet. It's like, he's been there for 1 game. Like, why does football have to include so many trophies in it? Like, it's like almost a participation trophy.
Now, I want to just attach a picture to this comment. Gus is saying here, that was a friendly. You're not being serious right now. Read it and weep, Gus. That doesn't look like a friendly trophy to me. It looks like they battled on the gridiron.
It was shaped like a trophy. Somebody said that the trophy from yesterday, this one was also shaped like a trophy. That
looks like a trophy. Mm-hmm. It feels like a trophy. That's what from this perspective. And it looks like it could stand in a trophy case.
So that is the first trophy Inter Miami ever won in their history.
Yeah, Inter Miami's ever won.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
So, yep.
Not the Leagues Cup.
And then for those of you saying that there's teams with Eastern Conference banners and stuff, I get that. And when you ask them, how many trophies have you won in your history? They count the ones that matter. They never mention the other ones.
Yes.
Never. But, all right. I wasn't expecting to go into that conversation, but whatever.
I mean, Sean Callahan's saying it's in the trophy case, but then Gail is saying it's not a real trophy.
It's technically a real trophy.
Who?
I wouldn't count it as
it is.
But yes, physically it is. Hey, did you see the piggy bank I got Jackson yesterday?
Oh, cool. Nice.
That looks dope. The stadium. Yeah, it's like $13.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I might pick it up if I'm allowed in the stadium after paying the Messi Cup tax. But, I mean, and I just want to bring up this comment because MLB counts pennants.
Well, my name is Jeff. They count pennants because before you had to literally only 2 teams made it. Like it's not like the playoffs where 18 teams make it and then you make it to no. Over back then it was prestigious because you were in the American League and only one team made it to the playoff because it was just a 1 game play. You made it to straight to the World Series, and 1 team made it in the National League. So the regular season ends, the top 2 teams play. So technically, it's almost like a supporter shield. You won it, and that's why the pennants are so looked at differently in baseball.
A double supporter shield.
Right. So for those of you that were not so inclined with the whole baseball history, that is why pennants were at one point considered such a big thing, because back then it was a big deal. Because if you made it to the World Series, that means that you did very well, basically like a supporter shield in the regular season.
Stancy, I'm not going to stop whining.
Oh my God. Thank you, Ashley Rules. I found this picture and I meant to put it up and I forgot. We got a trophy this year in Las Vegas.
That's right.
And I found the picture and I forgot to
that
put
was
it
that.
up.
That was the Rocco Blanco penalty game.
Yes.
That was the Rocco Blanco penalty game.
Here it is. Look, and I found it and I forgot to post it. Look at it right there. You see that? That is the first trophy of the season.
Hardware.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So these are the trophies. I wonder if this one counts also for Messi, right?
Yeah, that does.
I don't know. I don't know if it does. But this is another trophy right here. So, you know what? I take it back. Mascherano got us 2 trophies so far. Next Saturday, he could possibly get us 3. We said we need at least 2 trophies. Mascherano already got us 2. It's already been a successful season.
Yeah.
We got whatever that Vegas trophy was. We got to find out what the name was.
Yeah.
And we got the Eastern Conference trophy, baby. We got 2 trophies already, Chris.
Trophies.
It's house money now. Let's go for number 3, the treble loading. We already got 2 trophies. Oh my God, we got 2 trophies. Oh my God. I take everything I said about Mascherano back. Mascherano's already got us 2 trophies. We just one more. We get the treble.
Make a picture of Messi holding up the 2 trophies.
No, I'm gonna do. Do you think I'm gonna do that? We're gonna do the MLS show next. But at some point tonight, I'm posting it. The treble loading, baby. All right. Yes, I'm all on board now. Let's find out what that Vegas trophy was. We got the Eastern Conference trophy, and then we got the MLS Cup next week, hopefully. We got the treble, baby. All right.
My last words, Danny, are...
No, go ahead. Read this one, because I haven't read it, but I saw how it started, so I'm sure I'm going to love it.
Sheik is saying Inter Miami is still shit. Once Messi will go, you will understand, because it's not just one surprise game. It's about 95% of time Messi alone saved Inter Miami. You. American treble, baby. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, boy.
That's my final words. Time for the treble.
Son, we got the Carolina Cup. We got Leagues Cup. We got Supporter Shield. We got the Vegas Cup. We got the Eastern Conference title. We got 5 years, 5 trophies.
It's over.
This is title town, baby. Oh, my God. Who said that Miami can't win? Whoa, we got winning culture down here, baby. All right.
All we're doing is bringing in hardware.
That's it. You know what 5 trophies in 5 years is?
That's a dynasty.
That's it, baby. Dynasty. Here in the making. All right. We're going to jump on to the Battered MLS Fans after this. So if you want to keep talking and having some fun with us, make sure that you jump on Battered MLS Fans. Chris, you already gave us your final words. If you're listening on audio, please leave us 5 stars in a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And if you got nothing else and you're watching this after the fact, go ahead, Battered MLS Fans. We're going to be talking conference finals.
Bring your trophies.
Until the next one. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Krabs was like, hey, why didn't you guys do this tomorrow night? Who said we're not gonna have a show tomorrow night? This is MLS Cup week, baby. We're coming.
Let's go
live.
We're bringing all the trophies.
That's it, all the trophies. So be ready. We got 5 trophies, 5 days of shows. I hope you're ready. So until the next one, have a good one.
Dynasty.